city's true architecture isn't built of glass, it's built of memory. Today we are moving through Belgrade differently. We aren't looking for the newest hotspots. We are auditing the city's invisible foundation, the old places that carry the weight of childhood, the sense of fresh dough, and the legacy of those who created in history before us. This is in Belgrade, where time doesn't move. When you enter the place, the walls talking and telling the stories, and I just want to take you in a few kind of the oldest places in Belgrade. First, we're gonna have a breakfast. It's not the lightest and it's not the healthiest, but something I've been eating. I was 5 or 6 years old, and now I'm 44, so it was like almost 40 years ago. You can see behind those two guys, they are doing a training. It's observatory, and every Friday and Saturday you can come free of charge, see what's the subject of the day. It's about the stars and the universe and lots of nice informations. So just for you to have an idea, there is a river, and then you're coming up all this way to the fortress. It's a beautiful walk, and it's a long park. So this way you go to the church you're going to see now, which is beautiful, and then you can go over the fortress, and on the other side there is a military museum that I think it would be nice for you to see, just because there is lots of things from 18th century, 19th, maybe even before. But first let me show you the church. It's amazing how it's small, but it made so well with lots of different mosaics inside the church. So this is a zoo in Belgrade. I suggest you to come time to time, just because there are lots of squirrels, and fine, they're not so afraid anymore so much, so you can even feed them. Just there she is. So sometimes the history is not written in books, sometimes it's just baked in a bread. The place I'm gonna take you now, it's actually a place where they made 3 types of pastry for, I think they're more than 60 years old. Okay, now I want to show you a limited menu for 60 plus years old. The bakery has stick to only 3 recipes. Pogačice, which is like a little flatbread, and then kiflice, which is crescent roll, something like that. And then the burek, which I already mentioned so many times. And those 3 pastries they do for decades. Like, I think I was 4 and now I'm 44, so it was 40 years ago. And I don't know, I'm happy that they still exist, and one of the bakery that it's private but still kind of going just with those 3 stuff that you can buy. I'll check if there is more things now, but I think that's what they offer. The name was inspired by the Čarli Chaplin. The original owner gave it a name. He was really fan of Čarli Chaplin, and it was 1980s, I think, and I was born 1980. He bought a bakery and he was renamed it to Charlie. I don't know what was the name before. We often find our biological integrity in the rituals of our youth. Pekara Čarli, the smell of the oven, is exactly as I remember it. In this old Belgrade bakery, time slows down just enough for a stranger to walk in and speak of nothing but love. It's a raw, human connection my mother would recognize, but the one our digital world has almost forgotten. Some experiences simply can't be translated into pixels. You can have really rare. This is beautiful experience. I just wanted to buy regular thing, which is pogačica, and try it again after 40 years. And then I end up in conversation for half an hour with different kind of people, like similar age. And we just realized how everything changed through the years, as well as, and made my day. When you go out from the bakery, you go left and left, then you see the National Theatre, the one I mentioned that is one of the oldest. And at the moment I can't take you to any of the exhibitions because they don't have in the next 2 days, and on the third day, the day after tomorrow, I'm leaving. So but this is a place where you can find old and new shows, including a ballet, because if you're a foreigner and you don't know Serbian, it's a little bit hard to watch some drama or comedy. But I noticed that for some of shows they have a title, and the one I saw, it's on Russian. So if you know Russian, maybe you can watch one of those shows in the theater.
Walking into Konak, residence of Princess Ljubica, is a journey into personal archives. For years, my dear friend brought this space to life, narrating the princess story over domestic coffee and ratluk, which is Turkish delight. She isn't with us anymore, but her presence is woven in the very fabric of this house. To me, this is the definition of a sanctuary, a place where the past isn't just museum, but a living, breathing fulfillment.
We are in Kalemegdan, Ljubica, which is a place that was built in 19th century and shows the 19th century, one of the oldest houses in architecture, and it's one of the best preserved places in Belgrade. Konak was commissioned by Miloš Obrenović. It was commissioned for his wife Ljubica Vukomanović Obrenović. It has indoor bathing facilities, like a small and big bath, but that was really rare for this region and extremely advanced architecture. I'm at the moment in the hammam, but I just want to mention that the entrance is free.
MANAK'S house, one of the oldest residential shells in Serbia. While I'm not an artist, I've always found that the system of creation is the ultimate mental reset. Waiting for a visa can be a restless season, but here, with the clay in my hands, time slows down.
Cilj da napravimo posudu koja će da ima jednake zidove.
It's a reminder that even the oldest structures started with a single intentional gesture. In the heart of Belgrade, MANAK'S house feels less like a museum and more like a sanctuary where the heavy mental load or career finally goes quiet. This is something deeply restorative about stepping away from digital screens to touch raw clay, and it's a tactile way to awaken the creativity that our busy schedules often bury. Whether you are shaping a bowl or just wandering through these 19th century halls, this is where you come to stop managing life and start simply feeling it again.
I'm just gonna grab a cup of tea and I'll take you to, I think, not one of the oldest pastry shop, but because I already showed you in the previous video, which I will link it below. But there is one that I think I was eating there when I was really young, for a cup of tea first, and I'm going to the same spot. But the thing is, I haven't seen my daughter for almost 3 weeks, I think. I miss her so much, and that's the quietest place I can have to talk to her, and then I'll take you to some other spot. But I don't know, are you interested in a story that separates my family from why I was separated from my family? Experience, travel experience that is good and not good, so the both sides. In the end, I think it's good that we went through. The reason is because when you go through something like that and a story like that, you grow. You grow and you learn and you actually go to another level. I don't know that's of your interest because it's quite private thing, but if you're curious what's happened, how we deal with it, I'll be happy to do a short video about it. So this is pastry of poslasti Čarlica, which is quite old.
Since 1963, SPECIJAL has been a sanctuary where Belgrade's recipes for happiness haven't changed, proving that some things are too perfect to even modernize. For you, visiting a place like this isn't just about the pastry, it's about emotional restoration, finding a seat, slowing down, and letting the scent of syrup and childhood memories act as a reset for a busy brain.
This is ice cream with grape all kind of classic flavors. So šampita, krempita, and lots of old style of like Moskva cake. It's quite famous, and lots of people love it. And these kind of cakes you can actually see in lots of Slavs.
I grew up here on tulumbas and baklavas, and even now, sitting here alone in any European city, these flavors bridge the gap between who I was then and the woman I'm today. You should seek out these old soul spots because they offer a human connection that digital life can't replicate, and they are living proof that our grandmother's world of deep emotions still exists if we just stop to look.
Okay, this is something that I was eating like a kid a lot. I remember even like I was I think 5 years old, and then I think I took like 3 tulumbas and 3 baklavas. So this is influence from Turkey, like this is actually their specialty, but because we were under Turks like more than 300 years, it's full of sugar, it's not recommendable, maybe once a year. Full of nuts and sugar. You can make it with honey, though don't cook the honey because it's not good option. Extremely juicy, and that's why I love it.
Did you know the tulumba is a masterpiece of Ottoman Balkan fusion, and it is made from choux pastry, similar to French profiteroles, but instead of being baked, it is deep fried and immediately drawn in cold lemon sugar syrup to create a signature crispy outside and juicy inside texture that has obsessed Belgradians for generations. Belgrade's oldest streets have a way of filling my heart. And they aren't just sights, they are the living memories of my childhood and the soul I think we all crave in our busy digital lives. And I want to create more of these for you, so not just the travel guides but emotional escapes. Which part of today's journey felt most like a home to you? Tell me in the comments what you'd love me to explore and next, so we can build this world together.